Almost everyone feels insecure at some point in their lives. Maybe they just don't show it.
DavidB. I know you get scared. Seems like forever don't last so long these days. You have your fears. So here and now, girl, I promise for always I'll cherish your heart, I won't lie to you. And I'll keep my word, you know it's true. I'll use the rest of my life, baby, till the day that I die.
Sometimes you may feel that your eyes are too big, too small, too hooded, too smoky, or that you're too fat, too tall, too slim, too short, too young, or too old. Or maybe that you're not capable of doing whatever it is you want to do and that you are not good enough. These are just words and feelings without meaning, at least not until you give meaning to them and let them overwhelm you. I'm not here to tell you that insecurity can be completely gotten rid of, because that is a lie, or that some people never have insecurities, because to be realistic, that is not realistic. This video is to remind everyone feeling insecure, every human being feeling insecure, that the feeling of insecurity is totally normal. You're not alone, and it's not wrong to feel insecure about yourself, and there are certain things you have to realize in order for you to overcome your insecurity and do what it is you want to do and feel good about yourself regardless of what insecurity it is you have. While in secondary school, also known as high school, I was the youngest in my class, and I was so young, you know, while others were going through their puberty period, that stage of their lives. I had not started my puberty age. I was just very small and I was timid, and the whole fact that I had a big navel was just so intimidating and was just so embarrassing for me. I remember there was a time in class where a group of boys were having a discussion about who, you know, the girl that had the biggest, you know, assets in the class. And then at that point I walked past them and I could remember one of them saying, "Kai, now what this girl, are you sure she's a big girl?" Like, because they were speaking pidgin, they were like, "Are you sure she's a girl?" Because it kind of looked like she had a penis. That's what they said. And it was so embarrassing for me. I felt so bad about myself. I felt so insecure, and then I became so self-conscious that wherever I went, I couldn't escape not talking in. So all I had to do, I just usually put my hand on my tummy so that my belly button wouldn't show. And it was just so obvious that I wasn't feeling good about myself. I didn't feel good about myself. I was very insecure and I felt so bad, and I had low self-esteem. The first thing I realized about my insecurity in order for me to overcome it was that it's totally normal to feel insecure. In fact, the feeling of insecurity is not a wrong feeling at all. It is part of the everyday life and it's part of the human experience. It's just the same as the feeling of pain, laughter, joy, and sadness people experience. Is the cost of being human. So feeling insecure is not a wrong feeling and it's not a bad feeling, and you shouldn't feel weird about the fact that you feel insecure about yourself. Rather than fight the feeling of insecurity, allow yourself feel it. Accept the fact that there's nothing you can do about that feeling of insecurity, because to be honest, you cannot completely get rid of it. What you can do is just know that despite the fact that you feel insecure sometimes, you can still do whatever it is you want to do, and you can still be happy and feel good about yourself. Now, the moment you do this, it makes it easier for you to get over what it is that made you feel insecure in the first place. Do not punish yourself or make yourself feel bad the more, because this does more harm than good to your self-esteem. Realizing that the feeling of insecurity is just a feeling and not a fact goes a long way in helping. Look, you may feel as though you're ugly, you're not good enough. That doesn't mean that you're not good enough, and that doesn't mean that you are ugly. As much as I want you to feel, you know, that whole feeling of insecurity, to allow yourself feel and not fight it, please do not let your mind deceive you or trick you into believing that you're actually not good enough, that you're actually ugly, that you're actually not capable of doing whatever it is you want to do, because that is inaccurate and you're just being too hard on yourself. In fact, your insecurity should motivate you. The moment you start seeing your insecurity as a blessing in disguise or as an advantage to you rather than a curse or a disadvantage to you, the better off you will be. Whenever you feel insecure about your weight, that is the moment you know that, oh, it is time to hit the gym, to shed some pounds, to lose some weight for yourself, even when you don't feel like doing it. Sometimes when I felt so insecure about my belly button, about my navel, I'll just start doing weird things that kind of helped me. I'll start talking to it, reminding me of how much I loved it, and I'm just there conversing with it, and I'm like, mommy loves you, mommy loves you. It was just so weird, but it worked for me perfectly because those words started ringing in my ears that, okay, this thing is beautiful, this thing is loved, it is amazing, it is part of me, it doesn't make me feel less of who I am, it doesn't reduce my worth, rather it just makes me unique. So the moment I started doing that and just started talking to it, saying nice things to it, saying positive things about it, I really started loving myself, and I was motivated to look good regardless of how it looked in my dress. I didn't just accept my insecurity, I started loving it. Something I hid in the past, in time past, I would hold my hands, onto my belly so that it wouldn't show. I started showing it off, and people were amused by it. They'll be like, oh my god, can I please touch it? It's so big, it's so fascinating. And I was like, yeah, you can. So I started feeling so good about myself because I totally killed the negative voice in my head by saying positive things about myself. Feeling insecure does not mean that you are weak. In fact, being insecure and not allowing it to have the better part of you is a great sign of strength. It's not every day you see someone who feels he or she is not capable of doing something and you still see them do it regardless. So next time you feel insecure about yourself, next time that feeling of insecurity creeps in, just remind yourself that you're strong, you're beautiful, you're capable of doing anything, you are smart, you are good enough, because you really are. And to be honest, you can take on anything that comes your way. Please remember that you're not alone. Almost everyone feels insecure at some point in their lives. Maybe they just don't show it. That's it for today, guys. I hope this video helps someone out there who feels so insecure, and I hope it brings you joy, light, and love. Until next time, I remain Phoebe, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button down below this video and let's become friends. So if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, sending love and kisses your way. Bye.